Squirrel Tribe. How's everybody doing? Listen, it is January 1st, 2025, and today is supposed to be a good day, right? That's how it goes. Today's supposed to be a good day. I'm trying not to yell. We're in a hotel room in Georgia. We just got here. There's people all around the room next to me, out in the hall, whatever else. And I know I'm about to lose my ever-loving shit. So I'm trying to be very calm in the beginning to not scare the people staying around us. For those of you who were awake last night or have been on any sort of news or social media at all today, you have seen exactly what happened in New Orleans, Bourbon Street, the Islamic terrorist who decided to drive a truck through a crowd of people, and then they said open fire as well. So you have that. Then you have the, ironically, right, the cyber truck that blew up in front of Trump Tower in Las Vegas, I believe it was. That happened. It's just, we couldn't have just left 2024 without all of the drama and started 2025 on a clean foot. It's not allowed. Like, why is this how this is going? It's absolutely ridiculous to me. Then on top of that, let me just be completely upfront and honest with you guys, as I always am. I don't even know why I have to phrase it that way, but y'all know my husband is on YouTube as well. If you don't, it's Kevin247. You can type that in, it'll come up. We're going to get into everything, but I'm giving you a little personal stuff here just because I want to, and it's my channel. I can do whatever the fuck I want. So my husband posted something on a community post, and it was basically about the hypocrisy of what's going on right now. We talked about the H-1B visas, the hypocrisy of what's going on right now with people screaming about immigrants, right? We are not fans of the open southern border and the illegal immigration influx that we've had over the last 4 years, not just through the southern border, but with the Biden administration flying them in and however else they're all getting here. Not a fan, right? But legal immigration is a completely different thing. Yet for some reason, people see somebody who doesn't look like them and immediately assume illegal immigrants, and they have all this anger and rage and whatever at people. And my husband posted a thing and he said, to the hypocrites who love Trump and love Melania, but are screaming about immigrants, whether they're legal or illegal, he was like, hey, hypocrites, don't forget about Melania. And the amount of fucking morons in his comment section that are calling him stupid, calling him names, being racist beyond all belief. Listen, I did not want to start 2025 with wanting to beat somebody's ass, but here we are. It has happened. I cannot stand people who go after my husband that way. It's not okay with me. I am mama bear towards my kid, and I am wifey bear, which sounds real stupid. I don't know how else to phrase it when it comes to my husband. And I will gladly make you eat your teeth and smile while doing it. I need everybody to fully understand that. I am not a sit back and just, pretend it's not happening or let it go on and not say anything. I will speak up every single time. And I do not care if people get butthurt or offended or upset. And, oh my God, I can't watch you anymore. I can't believe you said that. Deuces, bitch. I don't care. It's very hard for me to how to phrase, look, my palms are literally sweating because I am irked beyond all belief right now. And I'm trying to be as calm and nice about everything that's happened over the past 24 hours as humanly possible. But it's hard for me to play nice. Let's put it that way. Play nice because I'm a YouTube personality or content creator or whatever crap label people want to put on it, right? Whatever. People expect me and my husband both to take insults and play nice and pretend like something's not happening. And that's not how I am. You're going to get me the same, whether it's here or in the streets. And if you act like a fool here and I see you in the streets, I'm going to treat you like the fool that you are. I'm so aggravated right now. It's absolutely ridiculous. So just FYI, ATR says, get you a drink, babe. Listen, I'm the same way about my husband. If they got to go, bye. I will block somebody and not give two shits about it at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So thank you. Love you. We'll sip and cheers you in a little bit. Okay, so let's get to the stuff that matters. That was just, I needed to get that off my chest because I can't even. So last night was New Year's Eve. Sarah's like, I'll block them for you. That's why I love you, Sarah. You are my internet bestie, just so you know. Last night was New Year's Eve. My mother spent the night and we were just kind of chilling, hanging out, right? And there was a lot of New Year's Eve things on TV. I don't know if you guys saw the one on CNN with Anderson Cooper and whatever the hell the other guy's name is. I don't even know. It probably the gayest thing you'll ever watch was CNN's New Year's Bash. It was ridiculous. They mentioned Project 2025 while on it. And it's like, are you all effing retarded? Like, why are we still talking about Project 2025? It's a moot point. It's not anything that needs to be spoken of. And to end the year with that was absolutely ridiculous. But what I thought was absolutely amazing was that they were dumb enough to bring, what's her name, Whitney Cummings on as the entertainment for the evening. She is a comedian who will roast the crap out of people. I feel like maybe I was Whitney in a past life, or I want to be Whitney in a future life. I don't know. But she got on that stage during the New Year's Eve pre-ball drop kind of stuff. No, I'm not talking about Anderson Cooper and his balls never dropping. I'm talking about like the ball drop for midnight. And she gets up on there and she's talking to them and she's making comments that should enrage Democrats. So of course I was having a fabulous time watching this thing. I'm going to see if I can get to that. And then we're going to get to the horrible stuff that happened. But I want to go to the funny stuff because I need to calm my tits. So here we go. So, this is Whitney. I want to show her to you guys so you can see if you haven't seen it. This was Whitney on CNN last night. You're going to see a lot of like reflection here. Sorry about that. And it's probably still backwards because YouTube effing hates me. Whitney's roast of 2024, right? And she said, this is her. She posted this on X. She goes, I had a super long list of things the mainstream media won't cover, but only included ones I super duper was able to fact check. Thanks for everyone on X who sent me some when I asked in a post yesterday. Because here's the thing. She got up on that stage. I don't even know if it's really called a stage or not, but the things that she was saying, she made one joke about Democrats propping up a dead body, meaning Joe Biden, and Anderson Cooper, the look on his face was like if he could have murdered her and not be seen on live air, he would have done so. And she's like, oh, wait, should I stop? Am I allowed to say any of these things? Like, whatever. It was absolutely amazing. So this is what I wanted to read to you. She said, no, that's not the one. That's the one about Diddy, even though that one's really good. But the one that I wanted to read to you is the one I reposted on X. All right. She said, this is what I said at the end of my roast on CNN tonight that I zoomed through because I was running out of time and scared. She said, and scared, because we all know that Democrats are evil, conniving little mofos, and they will have people hurt and whatever else. So listen, she said, since I only have a minute left and I'm live on an establishment media, I figured I'd list some of the things mainstream media will never cover. And this is what she said. The first Trump shooter didn't have any silverware in his house. The crown prince of Saudi Arabia put money into Disney. Why is fluoride still in our water? Monsanto paid Google to skew search results. Why are so many presidents' chefs dead? That last one, I said, because Bill Clinton's chef died at some point, and then Obama's chef drowned. Obama's chef drowned, and his chef was like an Olympic swimmer and somehow drowned in 3 feet of water. I would say I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but oh, hell yes, I am. There is so much going on behind the scenes that we don't even know. It's absolutely ridiculous. So when she said these things and she made the Joe Biden jokes and everything else, I feel like they did not realize what they were getting themselves into. Look, Colin Rugg even posted about it. He said, Anderson Cooper stands completely speechless after Whitney Cummings says Dems couldn't hold a primary because they were too busy holding up a dead body. She said, it was amazing that the pro-choice party didn't give their voters one. And this is, y'all see how Anderson Cooper is side-eyeing the shit out of her. Like, he was not having it. I loved it. I thought it was absolutely amazing. Now, we watched the ball drop at the Nashville Bash, which was on CBS, which I'm not a fan of CBS, but we wanted to see the ball drop, even though theirs was like a music note. But we realized that it was off schedule because they have to have a delay on live shows thanks to Janet Jackson's, left titty falling out when Justin Timberlake messed it up during the Super Bowl halftime show, however many years ago. So my phone hit midnight before the TV ever did. So we celebrated late, but whatever, it was fine. But we did celebrate New Year's Eve, you know, the hug, the kiss, the cheers, the whatever else. And then we watched some more of Whitney, and now here we are. And we went to bed. We went to bed at like 1 o'clock because we had to drive to Georgia this morning. It was a very long day, early morning. I drove here so my husband could do work in the car. We are here now. And the first thing I said was, let me go live. I need to talk to my peeps. I need to talk to my YouTube family because I miss my squirrels, right? So we're here. And on the drive in, I can't really get on my phone because I'm the one driving and, you know, hands free, not trying to kill anybody. So I don't really get to mess with a lot of stuff, but I see people tagging me and stuff. I keep getting notification. And I see people tagging me. And then I see the terrorist who decided to drive into the crowd on Bourbon Street in New Orleans at 3:15 in the morning. Now, for those of you who don't know, my husband, my daughter, my mother, and our animals were also in New Orleans, Bourbon Street, in September of last year. Get it? Because 2024, because today's 2025. Yeah. We were in New Orleans when we had to flee from a hurricane that we thought was going to hit us. And then at the last second, it skirted. And now North Carolina is still dealing with it. So we were in New Orleans. First time I've ever been, last time I'll ever go. Dirtiest shithole I've ever seen in my life. And I've been to San Francisco. Not a fan of New Orleans at all. The food was great. The people, you know, kind of sucked. There were a lot of like the same things you would see on the streets in San Francisco, you saw on the streets in New Orleans, which was drugged out, cracked out, drunk. Are they dead? Are they not? Half naked, just never been bathed, all kinds of just whatever. They don't take care of the roads. The businesses look dirty and gross. It smelled like an ashtray everywhere you went. Just was not a fan, right? So we were there. We walked through Bourbon Street and French Quarter and all that stuff, but we did it in the daylight, which it's like strippers with all the lights on. It's not a good look. Wait till the lights go down. If we had gone into the French Quarter at night, it might have been different. I might have had a different feeling about it, but the whole place was just dirty. So I see this video because everybody, like I said, everybody's tagging me in everything that happened last night. And I'm going to try to go in some sort of order, but you've been here before and it's almost impossible for me to find some sort of order on these things. But here's the video. Okay, so here's this video. I think Spitfire posted this on X, and she said, how did this, what did she say? She said, how did this camera know to focus on the white truck? I don't think it focused on the white truck at the time. I think after the fact, they realized that this is what they were looking for. So this is an after the fact. They've zoomed in on this white truck over here and they're watching it. And you guys can see it's going to turn and just plow directly into the people, right? Now here, I think that's where it is. It's hard to see. There he goes. Okay, so you see all the people there. That is the truck going over the people. This is one of those things where I talked about it yesterday, desensitized, because I'm watching this happen and I know exactly what is happening in that video. And I still feel like we need to show it, like you need to see it. But at the same time, we have got to remember that act of that person turning killed people, harmed people, and everything else. I see a comment that says, why is there no blockage? WTF. So the person that did this had seen earlier in the day, excuse me, I'm giving myself hiccups because I don't breathe while I do this, had seen earlier in the day where the police said that they had, I guess the word I'm going to use is like soft spots, places where they weren't going to have enough police officers or enough coverage to keep everything safe. Basically what they did, they gave anybody who wanted to do something horrific the ability to do it, because they told them that they weren't going to be able to keep every single area, piece of whatever safe, right? So this person, this ISIS person, it says here, this is Shamsud Din Jabbar, however the fuck you say that, raced onto a packed Bourbon Street from Canal Street in a pickup truck with Texas plates and an ISIS flag. Now, I don't know if you guys saw this yesterday or the day before. I reposted on my X account that Benny Johnson, I believe, had posted it. And it was a bunch of dudes on horses flying, I don't remember, it was Palestinian flags. I don't remember what flags they were. I'm not going to lie. But they were, you know, green and white and red. And they had like the little half diamond on them. I don't remember whose that is. But they're flying these flags. And he's like, oh, you think this is here? You think it's here? No, this is in Texas, in Houston, Texas. Well, it turns out this person who drove into this crowd of people is also from Houston, Texas. Right now, they have Let me see if I can get to the right video here. FBI is investigating the intersection of Hugh Road and Crescent Peak Drive in North Houston, Texas, in connection to what appears to be an Islamic terrorist attack in New Orleans. Reports say the assailant may have worked with other people. An ISIS flag was found on the vehicle. So this is Fox 26. This is the video where they are out there at this intersection. I'm guessing a home is around there, or a building that they think this person may have stayed in, may have orchestrated whatever was going on. At first they said, you know, it was this sole person. And then they said that he was not a terrorist. Another one called him a terrorist. All conflicting information in New Orleans. Number one, I don't know what she's called, the police chief, the head of all of it, is an older white woman who is 65 years old, who said it is not a terrorist attack, but she also ran over 2 people with her car a couple of years ago and killed them, I think. And here she is still as the police chief or whatever. Let me see if I can find all that information. Hold on. This says, so Donut Operator posted this. The suspect accused of mowing down a crowd of New Jersey revelers on Bourbon Street in New Orleans early Wednesday has been identified as Shamsuddin Jabbar. Jabbar is a 42-year-old resident of Houston, Texas. Police shot and killed him after he crashed his pickup truck and began to shoot at officers. A Glock handgun and a .308 caliber rifle equipped with optics and a sensor were recovered from the crime scene, according to a high-level source familiar who was not authorized to discuss details of the investigation publicly. An ISIS flag was also found on the pickup truck. Now, originally, they were saying that I saw very conflicting information at first. They were saying that the driver had been killed on site, like because he got out and opened fire, and so he was killed. Another post said that the driver got away, but I saw a video. I'm not going to show you this one. I saw a video with bodies on the ground. Like the car driving through at the beginning is awful enough, but you're not seeing the actual like up closeness. The other video I have seen is after the truck goes through, there are about 5 or 6 people laying on the ground who have been run over, and people start running up to help them. At that point is when the driver gets out of the truck and starts opening fire. So the people who came to help the people who had been run over had to, haul ass back the other way. And that's the end of the video. So then there's a police officer that shows up, and one page on X, I don't remember who it was, posted something showing the police officer, and the police officer's gun was pink, like it was covered in pink. And he was like, why is this gun pink? I don't have an answer for that, but it is something that stuck out and is now in my mind. Like, I'm not quite sure why it was pink, but here, this is who I was talking about. She looks like the Crypt Keeper. She's 65 years old, aging like milk, looking much, much older than her 65 years. This is Ann Kirkpatrick. She's the New Orleans elderly female police chief. She ran over 2 people in her car in August, just a few months ago. Before being hired in New Orleans, she was head of the police in Oakland, California, where she was fired. And she later sued Oakland and got a $1.5 million settlement. So she got fired in Oakland, sued them, got $1.5 million, moved to New Orleans, ran over 2 people, and was promoted to female police chief. How, just out of curiosity, how do you run over people and still have your job and you're not in jail or any of that stuff? So I was very interested in that, because to me, that's crazy. Strikes 2, she didn't kill them. Okay, so I was wrong. Back up here. New Orleans Police Chief Ann Kirkpatrick strikes 2 pedestrians with her vehicle, injuring 1, according to the report. And she was not in a police car. She was in her regular vehicle. So how is that okay? Anyway, rules for thee, but not for me. And that, like the Democrats saying, I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. And I guess she's part of that. Rules for thee, but not for me. So here is what she had to say. It's 3 minutes. We're not doing that one. The 3-minute long one doesn't matter. What is this? Useful? Nope, that's Florida. Nope, hold on. I've got more stuff. Please hold. Please wait. Who is recording this? We just looked at that one. All right, here we go. So this here is, Benny Johnson posted this. This is the FBI agent. This is an FBI agent. Please understand, this is why we need Kash Patel to hurry up and get his ass over into the FBI. So this is an FBI agent with a nose ring. I'm tatted up. Y'all know I have tattoos everywhere. I mean, they're like all over the place. Tons of tattoos. You know what I don't have? On my face. There's nothing wrong if you want to pierce your eyebrow, pierce your nose, pierce your lip, turn yourself into something that sets everything off when you go through airports. But in certain jobs, no. I don't think you should have, I think it's a septum piercing right here. I don't think you should have that in certain jobs, especially as an FBI agent who's standing up talking. That's just me. I do feel like there should be some level of professionalism. When I got all my tattoos? After I left corporate America. You know what I didn't have while I was in corporate America? Visible tattoos, because it's not a good look. That's my personal thought. We don't have to agree on it. At this point in time, me going back into corporate America, I'd have to wear turtlenecks and long sleeves all the time. I'm not going to do it. I'd just have to, I don't know, figure something out, rob a bank. I don't know. So I want you guys to hear what this lady has to say. Nope, stop, close. Okay, volume here. Let's see if we can get this to go. It's only 41 seconds, but I want you to hear what she has to say regarding the incident on Bourbon Street.
Patrick said, we'll be taking over the investigative lead for this event. This is not a terrorist event. What it is right now is their improvised explosive devices that was found. And we are working on confirming if this is a viable device or not. As Chief Kirkpatrick said, we're asking everyone to stay away from Bourbon Street, specifically from Canal Street to St. Anne. That is my ask. Once again, stay away from Bourbon Street, Canal Street, all the way to St. Anne until we can figure out what is going on. Our goal is to provide you additional information at the 11 a.m. press conference. Kirkpatrick said.
She said her ask is that you stay away. Ma'am, you don't have to ask them. You make them stay away. You are the FBI. There are police there. You block things off. You ask them to stay away? No. This isn't a please and thank you situation. This is a stay the hell away from the crime scene, right? But the way she was speaking, I get nervous. Maybe she's nervous. Maybe she has a fear of speaking in public. Maybe she is the first time they've put her in front of people to speak. I can understand that, but at the same time, that's not who you should pick. All right, you should pick somebody who can speak to the people, who is going to instill some level of either confidence or feeling of safety in them, as opposed to, I'm going to ask you that you stay away. Hello, that's not instilling any kind of confidence or safety whatsoever. So after this, she said it was not a terrorist incident. Well, anybody who drives through a crowd of people, then gets out of his car and opens fire, seems pretty fucking terroristic to me. He's a terroristicer, to quote George Bush there. He's a terroristicer. There's no way that's not a terrorist thing. I don't care if it's a white guy, a black guy, an Asian guy, a Spanish guy, a female, a trans, a gay, a whatever, a furry, whatever it is. When you willingly, knowingly drive through a crowd of people and then get out of your car and willingly, knowingly open fire, you're a terrorist. At the end of the day, that is what you are. You don't need an Islamic flag to be a terrorist. Homegrown terrorists do exist. I mean, that is a thing. It's still a terroristic situation at the end of the day. So she says it's not a terrorist thing. I'm sorry, the police chief is the one who said it was. I had him backwards for a second. But that's what they had going on there. Then, but wait, there's more. Here, the FBI says it seized 150 homemade pipe bombs, the largest stockpile of homemade explosives ever recorded at a Virginia home. Now, this is maybe related, maybe not. The bombs were preloaded into a vest, and this says WTF is going on, things are looking bad. And that's true, because now they're saying that this person wasn't working alone. It's possible that this has some sort of connection to the guy in New Orleans. You just never know. And why do you need 4 or 5 people to drive into a crowd? I want to know why there was more than this one person. What were they doing? Where were they? Was it supposed to be he drives in here and then opens fire and they're coming in from different directions? I have not had a chance to dive into this, just FYI, like we got here and I jumped on immediately to talk to you guys about just everything. So there will be more information, and I'll give you more information tomorrow. But even Charlie Kirk said authorities confirmed that 4 or 5 other suspects involved in the New Orleans attack, in addition to the original guy who drove in, the Shamsa Din Jabbar person. So you've got that. And then this is from the FBI also. Let's see if we can get this. It's all of 19 seconds, but it's a complete shit show. Let's see, play.
I'm going to say something right there. Tell me who you're with. WSU. Okay, and CBS.
NBC's over here on the right.
Oh, It's an unusual position.
That's what she said. Anyway.
I don't get it.
You wouldn't. Look, can I say
That is such
something?
a, like, I make that's what she said jokes and inappropriate jokes all the time, but because that's how I, calm myself down and work through anxiety. But that there was crazy to me that's how that one went. Just Benny Johnson said this press conference was a hot mess, and it really, truly was. So there's going to be more information coming out about all of this stuff. We will go through that tomorrow when possible. But I've been seeing things now. People are like, I'd say this is a good day to remind everyone to carry concealed. Yes, all day long. Have an extra mag, have some first aid kit on you also. Make sure you are able to defend yourself as much and as often as you need to, whether it's with a concealed carry pew pew, or you have a little stabby stab, whatever you need, a little pepper spray, a little tase, whatever, a little bit of everything. Women, we have purses, we have pockets, we have bras. You can stick stuff down in here too. Make sure you are keeping yourself safe, because you just never know what's going to happen and where it's going to happen. So make sure you are doing everything you can to keep yourself safe. And now, listen, this is how this is posted. A determined terrorist caused carnage and chaos on Bourbon Street by exploiting a soft spot, that's the word I was looking for earlier, in the public safety plan touted by New Orleans officials one day earlier, officials admitted. So again, the officials knew that they had soft spots. They willingly told people they had soft spots, which makes me want to go, whoever mentioned it out loud, do you know the person that did the driving? Are you part of the 4 or 5 people that may be working with him? Because why would you ever tell anybody that there are soft spots that you can't really protect? Makes absolutely no sense to me. So there's that. Then y'all, on top of that shit, I don't remember if we talked about it yesterday. I think it happened right after yesterday's live stream ended, where the guy in the New York City subway, again, because whatever, shoved this dude in front of a train. I posted it on X. I don't think I talked about it with you guys, but let's see if you can see this video. Okay, so this guy in the black, so this dude is standing there. He walks up and as soon as the train comes, shoves him in front of it. What is wrong with people? Now, here's the problem. This is the person who did it. You guys can see the picture at the bottom there. That's the person who did it. This kid is 23. I say kid because he looks like a child, but obviously he's old. He's 23. 23-year-old Kamel Hawkins charged with attempted murder after pushing a random man in front of a moving train in Manhattan. The incident happened at 18th Street Station yesterday afternoon, December 31st. Police say the 45-year-old victim is expected to survive and only suffered a head injury. Thank goodness. Can you imagine being shoved in front of a train? Now, you will notice that guy was standing there looking down on his phone. And I tell my child all the time, she's 15, and we'll be walking through a parking lot and she'll be looking at her phone. I'm like, you're going to get hit by a car and I'm going to have to say, I told you so. You're going to get mugged. I'm going to have to say, I told you so. Somebody's going to sucker punch you and I'm going to have to say, I told you so, because you're not looking. Look up, put your phone down and pay attention to what's going on around you. Head on a swivel at all times, because shit like that happens. Some dude randomly comes up and shoves you in front of a moving train. I am not saying that it could have been avoided if the dude hadn't been playing on his phone, but if you are aware of your surroundings, there is less opportunity for somebody to get one over on you, right? If you were paying attention to what's going on, if Broski had made eye contact with him or been paying attention to him walking back and forth, he may have had some sort of instinctual whatever to maybe step a little farther back from the platform, or to, just keep watching everybody, and could have braced himself for the push. That's all I'm saying. This is not me. I'm not victim blaming, because that's like one of the shittiest things you could ever possibly do. But what I am saying is things like this continuing to happen should be a wake up call for everybody to pay attention to everything that's going on around you and to always have a way to defend yourself. Look, here's how this would have worked. If I had been there and let's say the guy was coming after me, I would like to think, can't prove it, can't say for sure, but I would like to think that if he came out trying to push me, I would grab him and throw his dumb ass in front of the train instead. And it'd be like, one less shithead around, because hopefully the train would have done its job. But you have got to pay attention to what's going on. So that happened yesterday. That is the second New York City subway incident. There was the woman who was burned alive. Turns out she was a 61-year-old woman who worked at Merck, M-E-R-C-K, who was from New Jersey. And that's all the information I have. They don't have any like current pictures of her. They have pictures of her from like in her high school yearbook and whatever else. And I did not save any of them. And I don't remember her name. That makes me really crappy at my job here. But it was a 60-year-old woman that he murdered, the Guatemalan guy murdered on the F train on December the whatever day that was. I'm going to go 25th, 23rd, 25th. I don't remember what day it was, but we know it sucked. Then there was another, I don't know if it was a person set on fire or another fire at, I think it was like Penn Station. It was another subway, but it wasn't in New York City, I don't think. Penn Station. I don't remember which one that one was. And then now you have this guy pushing this guy in front of the train. It's never ending. We haven't talked about Luigi Mangione in a while, the one who supposedly murdered Brian Thompson, the CEO of United Healthcare. There's so much going on there. I got to do a whole thing with that one. So we'll get to that some other time. But you have got to be paying attention to what is going on. New York City seems like the worst place in the world to be. And the people around are, I don't want to say they're losing their minds. I want to say that their minds have been lost. They're just acting out on things because people have been able to get away with stuff for so long. And I think they're looking at it as like a last hurrah before Trump comes in, because he's not going to allow this shit to happen. There won't be a, let them sit in jail for 30 years and taxpayers feed them and clothe them and whatever them after they've murdered somebody. It will be a, where's the firing squad? Let's eye for an eye this bitch and keep it trucking. That way taxpayers can keep their money. And the people who get the 3 meals are the veterans or the homeless people who need them and deserve them, not the murderers and the rapists and the pedophiles who are sitting in jail because they've done something horribly wrong. They don't deserve anything. Let them starve. Okay. That's how I feel about that. Back to this Tesla truck. So last night for New Year's Eve, you had Elon Musk hanging out with Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago. And there's this video going around that it's the dumbest friggin' thing ever. They've been trying to divide Elon Musk and Donald Trump for weeks now, right? Since November 5th, honestly. Since Elon came out as, Make America Great Again, MAGA, voting Republican, Donald Trump's right-hand man, if you will, in a non-sexual way, because, ew, that's weird. No homo. I think that's how you're supposed to say it. They've been trying to say that Elon is trying to infiltrate and take Trump down and ruin MAGA and, like a fire from within kind of thing. So then there's this video. We don't need volume for this. There's this video of them at Mar-a-Lago last night for New Year's Eve. And Elon Musk has, I guess, his son on his shoulders and they're dancing around and Trump picks up the phone, takes a phone call. But the lefties, libtards, are posting it all over social media. And they're saying that, it looks like the spark is gone. It looks like Trump is so over Musk and whatever else. And it's one of those things where there's nothing to glean from this video. It's just two people in the same space enjoying whatever they're looking at. But because people are so easily manipulated into jumping onto whatever negativity train is put out there, they're going to look at this and go, oh no, there is a problem between Trump and Elon and blah, 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 blah. Look, there's nothing here. He's with his son. Trump is on the phone. He's dancing. Trump is talking to somebody. Of course he's not paying attention to Elon and dancing with Elon. He is talking to somebody and he's pointing at the person recording. Why are they trying to say that this is bad, right? And then right after that, you have right outside Trump Tower in Vegas, a Cybertruck. Let's see if I can get this to hello explosion. I don't even know if I'm allowed to show explosions on YouTube because they're so freaking picky now. There's the Cybertruck that exploded, right? And the lefties are posting it and they're like, oh, the irony. Clearly there was something put in there meant to explode. And I told my husband, because you see all the like firework looking things. I told my husband, I said, they're doing it again. This is some sort of trick by the left to again, put some sort of divide between Elon and Trump, because now it's going to be Elon and Tesla are going to be spoken of negatively in regards to this explosion and how it hurt employees at Trump Tower and how it hurt the building and everything else. And they're trying to, I guess it's a psyop. I don't really know what the right word is here. They're trying to make it seem like this is something bad between Elon and Trump, and it's not. It's some absolute satanic psycho who decided to blow up a Cybertruck in front of Trump Tower to do whatever, but it hurt people. And that's a huge deal, that people are hurt by these things that these other people are doing. It's absolutely ridiculous that this is where we are. Again, how we ended 2024. It's supposed to be a fun time. People are supposed to be able to go out and enjoy the end of a year and hang out with their friends and their families and loved ones and whatever else and make it home safely. And here you have all this other shit happening. When we were in Nashville a couple days ago for Christmas after Christmas, we had to drive through this roundabout, and the car in front of us, for some reason, thought it would be funny. They lit a little thing, you know, those little firecrackers you can buy. It's like the little red pack, and you set one on fire and it'll make all of them explode at once. And they're like little pops. I don't really know what they're called, but this person lit them on fire in the truck and then tossed them out into the middle of the roundabout. For the people that are walking up and down the street, it sounds like gunshots, and it's going to cause panic. And it's just some retard who decided that he wanted to cause the panic. And it's like, bro, what is wrong with you? And this is why I shouldn't be left alone to my own devices, because I have road rage and I know it, and I don't do well with dumbasses, and I know that too, which is why I have a bail fund. And I probably, because I'm not the smartest sometimes, would have followed them into wherever they went and been like, y'all want to fight? Like, what are you doing? Why are you trying to cause havoc and scare the crap out of people? Because what if somebody had run out into traffic because they thought they were trying to get away from gunshots and they got hit by a car? These kind of things hit my brain. And it's not okay. It's not okay. And I wish there was a way for me to help rid the world of fucking dumbasses. I can't stand it. That's all. That is all, y'all. That is all, y'all. Breathe. It's fine. It's fine. Let's see. Look. Oh, yeah, here it is. Look who donated to Democrats on Act Blue, then drove a truck through a crowd in New Orleans with an ISIS flag. This person, it's only $20, but according to him, or according to this, he was in the U.S. Army. I don't know. It says employer, and I think you have to be enlisted in order to work for the Army, correct? I don't think you can just like go fill out an application to work for the Army. Maybe I'm wrong, unless you are a contractor, you're a 1099, then you can work in there, but then you're not considered Army. So I don't really know how that works. But either way, this person, some people are saying that he was born here. People are saying he was in our Army, which this would say yes, donated to the Democrats, and then went through the crowd in New Orleans. But what's crazy to me is New Orleans is like a massively liberal city. So why? Like, if you are a Democrat, if you are pro all that bullshit that they stand for, why would you go into a crowd of the same people that in theory agree with you? I don't know how many conservatives were roaming around the French Quarter last night for New Year's Eve. I'm just saying, I mean, it's possible. Obviously, it's a place, but I don't know how many people want to be in the mix with other types of people they may not agree with. You know what I'm saying? So it's interesting, and that's not the right word, but I don't know the right word to use, that is where this person chose to perform his terrorist attack. Because again, if he had just driven through, we could say, oh, there might have been a medical emergency, the gas pedal got stuck, whatever else. But when you get out of the car and you pull out a gun and you start shooting, kind of takes all those other options away, and it turns it into a completely terroristic situation. So we'll be keeping an eye on all of that stuff. And that's that. I am doing a live stream with my husband later on his channel. I don't even know what time. Sarah probably knows. I have no clue what's going on. And I just know that I'm a little tamer over here on my channel, a little less tame on his. And if he brings up the community post and the absolute morons with their heads up their butts, there's a possibility I may be a little extra vocal in my dislike of people. So just forewarning you. I saw a couple names in the comments that follow me on X and comment like they are fans of mine, but you do not talk to my husband that way and think you're ever going to have a chance to say anything to me, positive or negative. You will be blocked immediately because mama don't play that. So that's that. Time to go breathe a little bit because y'all, tizzy. I work myself up into them all the time. It's not on purpose. It's just what happens. So be paying attention to everything. No fog. Side note, I have been through no fog. We came from Okaloosa County in Florida, drove all the way through parts of Alabama and into Georgia, and not a single bit of fog. So that's a plus. I am keeping an eye on that stuff too. I still think that it's not as bad as people think. And I think a lot of people are hyping it up for the virality of it on social media. So, word of caution there. If it's not happening to you, don't get your panties in a twist over it because you can't prove that it's real. Okay, that's it. I love you guys immensely. Thank you for letting me always have the conversations I would like to have and not judging me for the fact that I'm a slightly emotional 42-year-old female who may be premenopausal and am very ferocious when it comes to the people that I love. So there's that. Okay, I love y'all. Happy New Year. Have a great rest of your January 1st. I swear nothing stupid better pop off between now and January 2nd. Just one night of smooth sailing for this country is what I would like. So let's cross your fingers, pray, whatever it is you want to do to get from today to tomorrow with no more dumbassness would be great. Okay? Love y'all. Goodbye.